Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown town streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Kennyeh, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so live.
Oh, goodness. I still don't know which one to grab. I've got to figure this out. One day I will. One day I will. Good morning, Frederick. Today is Wednesday, February 4th. I'm your host, Dani Gurrie. Welcome to Good Morning Frederick, the show that's going to keep you up to date with everything going on in and around Frederick County and beyond. Good morning to Mama Cone, who is watching. Appreciate her every day. She's my biggest fan. Gives me the feedback every day after the show. And, you need those people. You need that tribe in your corner always. I hope you're having a great day today so far as things have gotten going. Looks like a sunny day in downtown Frederick. All right, we got our morning roundup coming up with Bob and AJ, giving you kind of what was going on, maybe something that happened while you were sleeping or the last 24 hours or so. I'm going to go over what's happening in Frederick, keeping you up to date about all those events, because there's nothing worse than hearing about one after the fact. At least you'll know. It doesn't mean you have to go, but at least you'll know. We got an interview today. We've got Robin Dove coming into the studio from Red Dove Photography. She's actually one of the photographers who will be at the African Americans of Excellence program tonight at the Weinberg. She was one of our photographers. And I'm going to butcher this probably. Kennyeh Ntoka. I'm hoping I'm saying that right, but we'll find out, from Kay's Banana Bread. That's actually all we need to know is we got some Kay's Banana Bread coming into the studio today, and I hear it is phenomenal. All right, I started working on the online shop. It hopefully will be up and running this weekend, so you can buy the Good Morning Frederick merch, and Woman to Woman Mentoring will get the proceeds from those sales, and appreciate all the support there for sure. All right, let's go ahead and officially kick off the show and get this hump day rolling.
Sponsored by Fusion Car Wash. Now with 2 locations in Frederick to serve you. One on Spectrum Drive near the FSK Mall, which is a full-service location. And TJ Drive with self-serve vacuums. Download the free Fusion Car Wash app and sign up for a monthly membership. and you can keep all your cars clean daily. FusionCarWash.com.
Well, one of the things we love to do here is keep you up to date, not only with the events going on in and around Frederick, but certainly some of the news as well. We call this our Morning Roundup.
It's time for the Morning Roundup with Dani, Bob, and AJ Randall. Here to get you caught up with everything you missed overnight on Good Morning Frederick.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
All right. Good morning to you both. We got AJ Randall down at 401 North Market Street. We got Bob Miller up on the hill at WFMD. How are you?
In the intro, it says Dani, Bob, and AJ Randall. Why does he get a last name?
Because he creates it.
Yeah, that's right. And also, I can't wait for AJ Randall to become old and have to, after being on the air for 45 minutes and not being able to go anywhere, and then, have to use the potty. And he's like, where are you? Where are
But we're friends, Bob. I can do that.
You can, and I appreciate the reminder. Trust me, I appreciate the reminder. So I am saddened by today, happy also. Okay. I am a myriad of emotions. My friend Tom Whalen won the Best of Frederick category for radio personality, and I came in second.
Well, I guess if you had to come up second against anyone, he did retire, so that does leave the door wide open for you for next year.
Yes, well,
if he wins next year, then there's
something wrong. Yeah, and you want to know who came in third?
Who did?
Dina Carroll.
Of course, she's been off the air for how long? That's what I'm saying. This is exactly how accurate those poll things are.
Now, hang on a second. When I win, they're very accurate.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I have a whole wall of plaques saying that.
We haven't even been nominated. I mean, not that we're but we've not even been nominated for a podcast. So there you go. Ron Ross, I don't even know. I think they just put up his radio show for his podcast. So there you go. I don't even know what it's called. So.
Well, he actually did one he might still do it, but he was doing it from his house. But yeah, no, you did not win the podcast. I'm sorry.
I didn't even get nominated. So there we go. That's all good.
Yeah, you deserve it. And next year you'll sweep it.
No. It's all, like I said, people who aren't even on the air are winning. So it just shows the accuracy, which is really, honestly, I have my own feeling about these things. I do love Frederick Magazine. We obviously like the Frederick News Post, of course. But all these companies do it to generate advertising revenue, and they don't really care about the accuracy. So,
correct.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
But it was,
Yeah.
So I move on.
Yeah, that's all.
My wife told me not to come home unless I won.
We got to make a better campaign for you next year, for sure.
I'm going to have to, be like everybody else and get myself 13 different email addresses.
Right.
And, and do that.
All we got to do is we'll use AI to create a bot that votes 1 million times for you.
I wonder if people do that.
I'm sure they do.
Oh, well, I have to learn how to do that. So, I also enter the HGTV, Dream House, right? I enter that twice a day with one email. And it's funny because my wife goes, have you entered today? And I'm like, have you entered ever?
I mean, now that you're doing it.
It's my responsibility to try to win us a $2.5 million dream house.
Oh, yeah. I've always tried to do that, too. I obviously never won. And I hear the horror stories of the people who have to pay the taxes on that $2.5 million dream home. So
yeah,
most can't.
Taxes.
Plus, where would you put it?
No, they already have it. It's in South Carolina.
Yeah, you got to move.
Oh, you got to move.
Yeah, you don't have to. I mean, you can keep it. I mean, and just be your summer house.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Just think of the studio, Studio South Carolina.
Studio South.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
And
far away from the 287G program.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be our first story. So.
Yep.
Yes. All right.
Make it so,
Let's
AJ.
get into it.
All right. Well, it finally happened. Maryland lawmakers passed bills to ban local police agency from entering the 287G agreements with ICE, which currently allow jail-based immigration screening and short holds for transfer. The legislation is tagged as emergency, so it will take effect immediately once Governor Westmore signs it into law. Frederick County is one of the places currently participating, and Sheriff Chuck Jenkins is on the record arguing that the ban would be unconstitutional. Supporters say partnerships create fear and undermine trust in local law enforcement, while opponents argue it helps public safety by keeping transfers controlled inside jails where they started. The fight now shifts to what happens after signing the bill, whether a court challenge follows. But to be clear, all this does is give the police, once you're in custody for committing another crime, to ask, where are you from? So obviously ICE now is going to be the rage bait of all Americans, and they saw a nice opportunity where it's in the news and not going well for some people to bring this up to get a quick pass, and we'll see what happens.
Chuck Jenkins was on the program this morning, and he said, I am a duly elected official. I am not somebody who's been appointed, and he's going to look into whether or not it's legal for Maryland to be able to do something and take away his ability to do his job to keep the citizens of Frederick safe.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he is following the orders of his chain of command. I think it's just, again, it's just, we always need a villain, right? And the left certainly always needs a villain. And, it's quite funny to see the hypocrisy happening across the country, watching social media, and citizens are hilariously stopping every person who is coming into a neighborhood to see if they belong there, which is exactly what our borders do. And they are doing it in the name of, no ICE. So they're keeping ICE out, but allowing everybody else in, but exactly doing what everyone else is doing.
The point Bob made yesterday is a good point, and that is the reason you don't see ICE in Frederick, Maryland, is because of this. This is going to invite ICE in here. They're not going to stop. So
Correct.
they're just going to now have to come in and physically pull people out, and it's a 10 times worse situation than if you just would have left it alone. But it's insane.
What I like, if you look at today's Frederick News Post, and I wish I could take a picture of it, it has Maryland Senate and House bans 287G, and the story right next to it, overdose deaths in Frederick County have decreased each year since 2022, and it's because of the effects of 287G. Not as many drugs coming into town, and I'm not saying that just people from other countries bringing in the drugs, but that's a big part of it. MS-13 is not here. Other kinds of gangs, they're not huge presence in here. Now, I'm not saying that there's not MS-13 members here and there's not, other gang members here, but they know that this is a program where if you get caught, you could be deported, and if you break the rules and break the law. Now that's not going to change. So it's open door policy now for gang members and drug runners and whomever to come into Frederick.
The problem is, and I've been seeing this a lot on social media, and I don't know how this gets curbed or, but I kind of understand now where state-run media comes from, because that's pretty much what we have in the mainstream when they're not truthfully saying what is happening, and they are part of the inciting the craziness and hysteria that is going on. And there are a couple creators I follow on social media who break down what the media is putting out as a story and what the truth is of the story, and it's literally a very wide gap. Not just narrowly missing what things are, but purposefully
Intentionally wrong.
Intentionally, yeah, making the story go their way. And that, to me, there should be, and again, we're reaching a boiling point because now there's so much stuff coming out daily about billions of dollars of fraud, waste, and abuse happening in every single city.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have people like, the Chicago mayor who is basically saying, well, I'm not following any federal rules, right? And then nothing happens to anybody. And I think the average citizen is getting to that point of being fed up beyond, and I don't know, this is probably how the revolution started, because you just get more and more people who are fed up. And once you do that, the tipping point, we just have to have some consequences for someone for all this crap. And back in the day, you would have politicians simply resign and go away. Like they didn't want the exposure and the constant barrage. And now they're just, nope, I'm digging my heels. I don't care what you caught me doing. I'm staying in my role. And it's just shocking. It's shocking. And then 5 years later, Congress comes back and does something with a slap on the wrist. It's just not right. It's not right.
Kind of wag the dog type of thing. You remember that movie way back in the day? It's now come to fruition. And you've got the Baltimore mayor. Did you see that? The Baltimore mayor went out and bought himself $163,495 SUV for him to drive around, taxpayers' money. And
everybody needs one of those.
And then complained to the reporter who asked the question, why do you need a $163,000 car when the governor rides around in a $70,000 car? And he's like, oh, you reporters, you're just that way.
Yeah, it's the reporter's fault.
Yeah,
oh my
for asking the question.
This is how insane these people are living in this bubble. I mean, I think, again, I don't watch any award shows at all, but obviously in the news, they are so far removed from reality. They, again, do not see the hypocrisy of the fact they all live in gated communities, gated homes with security teams following them all the time, issuing restraining orders on people coming onto their property. They do not see the hypocrisy of that and us wanting to do the same thing on the borders of the United States. I mean, it is just literally mind-blowing that they are so brainwashed with this crap that they listen to that I don't even know what to do anymore. Like, you can't even, it's laughable. It's laughable.
Well, the funny thing is you can't do anything, and that is the problem. So
yeah.
Police charge a Williamsport man in that fatal stabbing in Frederick. Police arrested Williamsport man, charged him with the Danielle Drive stabbing that left one person dead and two others injured. Police identified the victim as a 46-year-old Tia Holland and said one of the surviving victims is a juvenile, but they've not released survivor identities. The suspect faces first and second-degree murder, multiple attempted murder counts, and the first-degree assault charges. Investigators say a case remains active, and they're still asking the public for more information. The story now becomes what led to it and who and what it says about the safety in that neighborhood and why people aren't stepping forward.
Yeah. Well, good on the police for grabbing somebody quickly. It was funny though, because I saw something on social media, went to this guy's Facebook profile, and his last post was, I don't know what anybody, I don't know why people are talking about this or whatever with me and Tia. And I'm thinking oh my Lord.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Again, you get mad at the people reporting it. You don't ever get mad at yourself.
Right?
Yeah.
Stupid is as stupid does.
Yeah.
A fire near Imesville actually sends 5 people to area hospitals. A house fire at 3000 block of Desmond Place near Imesville destroyed a home early Tuesday, sent 5 people, 4 adults, 1 child to area hospitals. Fire officials have estimated more than $1 million in damage and called it a total loss, with multiple structure collapses reported. Crews responded at 3:55 a.m. and took roughly 45 to 60 firefighters about 2 hours to control the blaze. Everyone was elevated for possible evaluated for possible smoke inhalation. One person taken to the trauma center.
Wasn't that started from I think my wife told me this because we have a propane tank with a heater on it. And she's like, she set it outside. And I'm like, I don't think you should set that outside because it might implode or explode or something, could cause a fire. And then I think that's what happened with this. There was some kind of a propane tank issue. If it wasn't that one, it was another house. But
officials say the fire may have started near the back deck area, but they weren't specific in exactly how.
They were thinking maybe a fire pit with a propane tank. I'm wondering if it's the cold. We've had such cold temperatures. If the pressure on the tank could have, caused that. That's scary. I have a propane thing on my grill.
But I think you're going to be okay. Because
famous last words.
Yeah, well, because daylight savings is right around the corner. It's getting warmer. You know how it is. And
warmer. I hope it gets warmer. My God, I look at the forecast 10 days out to see if we're ever going to be. Yesterday, actually, afternoon, I have to say, was kind of nice.
It was
actually got up to 46 degrees. So,
and I don't know if I can show you, but I'm in shorts, so we're good.
My God.
You know it's bad when people are like, it was 40. It was so nice. I mean, you guys are brainwashed.
I'm telling you, the Florida blood thing is real.
Yeah.
It's real. It thins out your blood, you get colder. So
it's just called everybody hates the cold and smart people move to Florida, but it's the same thing.
There's people who love the cold weather, love the snow, love all that stuff.
I don't know any of those people.
Yeah, I'm not one of them. That is for sure.
And last but not least, the Keys owner applies to the city to add electrical worker union signage at Harry Grove Stadium. At Attain Sports, which leases Harry Grove Stadium and owns the Frederick Keys, is asking the city to approve new naming rights signage for International Brotherhood of Electric Workers, Local 24, on the new batting training building. I didn't even know they were building a batting training building, but that's nice. They're doing a lot of upgrades there. Now asking for a large sign, which I'm sure will be stuck in City Hall for months of arguing.
Yeah. How long? Yeah. I mean, that should be fun just to watch. City planning, City Hall, to be able to figure out that sign. It should be okay, fine. You know what? A 10 by 12, go right ahead, do it, and be done with it. But no, they're going to, what color are the letters going to be, and how big is the font? And
Yeah, you've been in one of those awning meetings, boy. They go late into the night with those things.
Yeah. But, because
too much power to tell us what to do. That's I'm done with it. Really, really done with it.
Yeah. Real quick, I have a friend in the hospital, and I went to go visit him yesterday, and there was no place to park. I mean, the parking deck looked full, and there was nothing outside, so I had to park on whatever the street that runs parallel to Bench Street and the hospital, wherever that is. That little street over there by Mackey's Barbecue that goes north and south. And so I walked up to the entrance, and they're like, this entrance is closed. And then I went to another entrance. And so now I realize that the hospital only has one way to get in to the hospital. And that was all the way around it. And there wasn't really any place that was shoveled so I could walk. So I was walking in the streets, and I'm like, you would think that they would have more entrances other than the emergency room and the other entrance. I mean, which is a beautiful entrance, and it was nice, but
like a school building, everything is about security. But here's my thing about, and I know the city of Frederick was putting no parking signs on now the cross streets, so they've come through with the whatever you call the digger skid loader thing.
They were doing that this morning and had this street lockdown over here twice. So last night and this morning, they had that car parked there, and they had that big bulldozer getting snow out. So
yeah, it is again, I don't know really what to think about this. Look, I love our city workers. They work very hard. This is not about them. Obviously, they are doing what they are told as far as what is there. But it seems strange to me that how long ago was that snow? 10 days?
Mm-hmm.
we can't have a plan to kind of get either help residents to clear out or remove snow. I'm telling you, we are going to be dealing with this till April. The piles of frozen ice now, we'll be able to carve it for a festival. And it's really, I'm telling you, it's safety issues in so many places because every corner you turn, you've lost a lot of turn lanes, number one. Suddenly I'm driving down Rosemont and literally the lane disappears. I don't understand why even some of these emergency routes, they weren't fully cleared of the travel lanes. I get, you start with one, I get it. But 10 days later, you should, on main roads, have your turn lanes back and have full lanes of travel because it is literally going to be a safety issue. We're going to have accidents because people are trying to get on turn corners and buses are having problems getting around. It's just not good.
Yep. I agree.
The problem is normally if it's just snow, it's gone. It sort of melts its way off. They don't have to kind of do that extra push off because it's usually gone. But this is not only frozen, it's the ice on top of it, and it's been 6 degrees for 20 straight days. So I mean, it's kind of a working problem.
I have a friend who does that for a living. He's a landscaper, bricklayer, and stuff. And he was in, I can't think of the development, but it's off of off of 144 somewhere. And he says the people in there, he goes, they don't even shovel anymore. He goes, they make us, they think that we're supposed to do it. And he goes, we'll be in here for weeks because of the snow and what they've done. And he goes, it's just a mess. And the city can hire other people to come in and contractors and do that. But I guess they want to save all that money for immigrant help.
Yeah, well, here's the big thing. You have a huge event coming up on Saturday in downtown Frederick, the largest first Saturday event of the year. And if you're not going to have parking for those people, it is going to be madness.
Yeah.
Madness. People are
fire and ice, baby. Fire and ice. Maybe we can bring our blowtorches down and help them out.
Yes.
That's what I want to see people bring out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got to get on to the rest of the show. Is our first guest in there, AJ?
Our guest is here.
Awesome. All right. So we're going to just take a quick break, get to some sponsor messaging, and be back to you. I will see you guys later. Have an awesome day.
Thank you. Good morning, Frederick.
Sponsored by A&S Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business located right here in Frederick, servicing Frederick County and surrounding areas. A&S Construction specialize in roofing and siding, windows, and gutters, and they can even build you a new patio or deck. Call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. You can get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. Just tell Sandra that Dani sent you.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is sponsored by The Healing Storm. Shannon and her team strive to create an environment where you're seen, heard, and valued. The Healing Storm focuses on alternative, holistic healing methods to relieve your stress and pain. Massage therapy, Reiki, lymphatic massage, and a healing journey program. Check out thehealingstorm.com for all the details and to schedule an appointment today. All right, it's time to head down to Market Street, and our next guest, Robin Dove, is in the studios. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
I am great. How are you today?
I'm great. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So happy to have you. So your company is called Red Dove Photography, and you happen to be one of the photographers who captured one of our African Americans of excellence, or more than one, maybe even. So first of all, tell me why photography and how you got into it.
Great question. So I have three honorees. I'm happy to support them. But Why photography? So when I was 10 years old, my mom got a camera for me, and I fell in love with photography then. I didn't think that anybody, fast forward a billion years later, I didn't think anybody would hire me to take pictures. Like, why would anybody pay me to take pictures and do something that I love? But I just decided that I had done everything that I needed to do before. And in this season in my life, I wanted to do something that I wanted to do, and that's photography.
That's so amazing. What a freeing decision. How long have you been full-time photography?
Full time, I've been full time for a year, actually.
Okay.
And so doing it for 3 years.
That's amazing. And you capture all sorts of imaging from corporate headshots, events, weddings. What do you have any favorite things that you photograph?
I knew you were going to ask me that, Dani. So I don't really have a favorite because there's so many different genres of
Yeah.
photography. So the three that I picked are the three that I love the most, and each one of those is different, you know?
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to capture, and you never know what it's going to mean to somebody. I literally had someone 4 months after supporting her dad's 70th birthday call me and say, "Thank you so much for the pictures that you took of my mom and me because she passed away this week."
Oh,
So, you know, you have to be very intentional. You never know what's going to be used. You never know what it's going to mean to the client, and you hope that you capture everything.
I just love looking at some of these photos. You truly do capture great moments for people. That is the one thing I love about photographers. There's nothing better when you're hosting an event to have a photographer capture moments that you miss. And just, I love natural pictures. I mean, obviously, it's always great to get those staged images, but it's just wonderful to capture these memories for people. And same for me, you know, my wedding, unfortunately, back in 2000, you know, there were not some of these trends and things that happen. And you know, those are the only photos or the last photos I have with my grandparents and things like that. So I think hiring a photographer for an event so that you can focus on enjoying it is so important.
No, that's
Um,
the client right there we're just talking about.
yeah. Yeah, it's
She's
really, I mean, so are you like your family's photographer? Like, are you ever in any of the photos? Or are you always left out?
No, I'm not really in the pictures, unless I do a selfie, but
Right.
you know, it's not really about me so much. Somebody will notice that and someone will say, "Hey, Robin, you're not in the pictures. Give me the camera." So,
Yeah, yeah, I know. It's like you have such skill. I can understand why yeah, people would want you to take their photos. But it's kind of tough when you're even your family's photographer because everyone's going to look back and go, "Hey, where was Robin? Where was Robin during all that?"
yeah, my
So,
family
let me
doesn't want
ask
me
you.
to do too many pictures. They're tired of me.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So as far as booking you, so how does it work if somebody looks at, you know, your work and says, "Hey, I'd love you to capture my images." What happens next?
Yeah, so there is a contact page on my website, but they can also find me on Instagram and they can find me on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
Contact me there and we connect. We have a meeting to see if we're a good fit. My clients pick me, but I pick them as well.
Yeah.
And then we just go from there.
Awesome. What is there anything in particular like is on your wish list as far as a client or working with someone that you think, you know, I'd really love to achieve that?
Yes. Yeah, I think
Oh,
about that quite a bit. Yeah, that's a great question, Dani. So I have a lot of family members and friends who have adopted children. And one of my clients is the National Adoption Association, which every time I shoot them, it brings me to tears. But I think that the process of adopting and having a family through adoption is amazing. And I'd love to partner with someone and have families that will be able to tell their story of adoption through the photographs. So love to do something like that.
That would be so powerful. That is really, it's one thing too we don't think about parents. I mean, people probably do, but I know I didn't. Like just having a photographer, even when you find out you're pregnant, or maybe you find you want to enter this adoption, journey, to capture those images, like you say, along the way. And then at the end, you're right, you have this amazing journey that's been fully captured, and you can look back on. That's really, really wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So, Red Dove Photography website. Robin, are you from this area?
I am not. I was born and raised in New York and New Jersey. I moved down here. My mom had gotten a job after high school, actually college, sorry. And I moved down, and I met my husband on 270, and, we've been together ever since.
Wait a minute. You can't just throw that out there without a little explanation. Tell me, how did that happen?
Okay. So I am a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. He is a member of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. And so we saw each other's, the plates on the back of your license plate. And he was pulling next to me, and then he pulled in front of me. I said, oh, he wants me to know that he's part of the organizations. And then we pulled off at an exit, which happened to be the exit I was picking up my mom, and the exit where he lived. And we've been together. We just celebrated 24 years of marriage last week.
That is...
So it works.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, if you for some reason don't believe in fate or kismet or whatever you call it, destiny, that's amazing. That is you're the second person. So I had a friend in Baltimore who met his now wife because they drove the same path every day, and they started waving, and then they too also pulled off and ended up getting married. That's so wonderful. Well, that's really great. That's really great.
D in red. So red is Robin, Eric, my husband, and D is our son Dakota.
Oh, well, I wondered if that was, I had a feeling that that's what it had to do with. I love it. Now, does your husband or son help you in your business?
Yes. So Dakota comes out. He's my assistant. Sometimes he shoots. He really wants to get into videography. He's 15.
Nice.
So we're trying to see how to support him in that. But
how old is he?
He's 15.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love watching young people and their creativity. Well, it was wonderful to chat with you. I'm going to see you later tonight at the African Americans Excellence Program at the Weinberg Center. Thank you so much for shooting those images and for being a part of our community and capturing the memories of people here in Frederick County. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was my honor to do so. And thanks for having me, Dani. I appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you tonight.
Yes, absolutely. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back. We've got what's happening in Frederick, and we've got Kay's Banana Bread. I cannot wait. Coming up right after this.
What makes for a perfect custom engagement ring? Truly understanding the elements that make a ring that's perfect for you. Custom by Colonial. The Colonial Jewelers box. There's just more in it.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
At Mid-Atlantic Chiropractic, we understand how pain can hold you back. We're here to understand what you're going through. For a limited time, you can schedule your first visit for just $50. Give us a call and mention Good Morning Frederick, and let's get you feeling better.
All right, we're going to give our next guest a chance to hop in the hot seat, but in the meantime, I want to get started with what's happening in Frederick. Let's do that right now.
Sponsored by Intense Barbecue. Family-owned barbecue food truck and catering company cooking in small batches to ensure that the food is the freshest it can be. Intense Barbecue can cater your events, and they do any kind of food. It doesn't have to be barbecue. Find them at SEBBQ.com and satisfy your meat tooth.
All right, real quick, because our next guest is in the seat at 401 North Market Street. I just want to tell you about 2 giveaways that we have today. One is for the Mark Patrick seminars. They're coming to Frederick March 1st. They do hypnosis. They have a weight loss seminar, and then they have a stop smoking seminar. If you want to win an entry to one of those, all you have to do is text seminar to 888-465-2944. And then the next giveaway is a pair of tickets to see BOOMTOWN, the story of downtown Frederick. It's showing at Warehouse Cinemas Thursdays and Sundays through February. You can go to boomtownfrederick.com, but if you want to win a pair of tickets, just text movie to 888-465-2944. All right, we're going to head down to Market Street. We have our next guest. All right, you have to pronounce your name. I just want to make sure I'm saying it right. Is it Kennyeh?
Correct, Kennyeh.
And Coda?
Ntoka.
Oh, and Ntoka.
Yes.
I had my dyslexia going. Let me change it on here. And how are you today? Kay's Banana Bread.
Yes, I'm good. I'm glad to be here. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, we are so glad to have you. All right. So I'm going to start by finding out a little bit how you got started baking and how you ended up at Maryland Bakes.
Right. Yes. So as a kid, I've always loved baking, whether it be muffins, cornbread, cupcakes, brownies, for the family holiday parties or Friendsgiving. So I always loved baking. And once in a while, my mom would make banana bread. So it has a nostalgic feeling, a taste from childhood, and also just the smell from childhood. So it's very nostalgic for me. And in recent years, I've been working on my own recipe of banana bread. And I have my husband, 2 kids, my mother-in-law at home. And as soon as I make a 9x9 pan, it would be gone within a week. So I'm like, okay, I have this recipe down. And then I started to think, what would it be like if I added chocolate chips or blueberries, just things that we had around the fridge and the pantry.
Right.
And so at the time, I'm still a stay-at-home mom. And so I was wondering on different ways how I can contribute financially. So I'm like, why don't I try to make this into a business? It literally felt like the idea just dropped from God directly. And I have friends who make candles or jewelry or other arts and crafts, creating businesses for themselves. So this idea came, it was about May 2025, just last year.
Mm-hmm.
Still pretty new, still pretty young. And so being in Maryland with the cottage food laws, I realized that banana bread can be a very, touchy ingredient with the bananas. So that's when I reached out to Maryland Bakes, the shared commercial kitchen here in Maryland, here in Frederick. And from there, it's just been such great opportunities, meeting great people, networking, connecting. And I'm actually from Minnesota, born and raised in Minnesota.
Okay.
My husband and I came to Maryland, was it 2022? So it's going on 4 years. Yep, it's been 4 years now. So just being here, and we've been in Frederick the whole time. So just, learning more about the community and the culture of Frederick, and it's great so far.
Well, we're so grateful you're part of our community. Of course, making it more delicious. Banana bread to me is definitely a comfort item as well. So I hear when you're saying about the nostalgia, and I don't even know who it was who started baking it or when I even first had it. But I know even when my kids were small, they loved it. You always had bananas around. You were trying. Once they started to get brown, you're like, what can I make with them? I've never ventured, though, into all of these other ingredients. So I'm so excited to try. And I'll make sure we do a video this afternoon of taste testing because I'm sure it is phenomenal. But I love Maryland cottage laws because I do think it gives people an opportunity to, like you say, kind of have a business without committing
Right.
thousands and thousands of dollars and all of that. And I love the shared kitchen. We love Maryland Bakes. It gives so many people an opportunity to test the market, test their products, see if they can grow, and gives them a lot of legs. Plus, like you say, the networking with other people who are doing exactly what you're doing,
Yep. Hmm.
that camaraderie to share ideas and partner together and do a lot of really cool things. So right now, how can people buy your Kay's banana bread? Where are you and what do they need to do?
Yes. So right now I run weekly pre-orders. I have a website. It's www.hotplate.com/KS banana bread. And it's a weekly pre-order that runs from Wednesdays to Fridays. And I'm currently taking orders for Valentine's Day, which has different flavors that relate to Valentine's. Of course, a lot of chocolate and strawberries, but I'm also on Facebook at K''S banana bread, and on Instagram, X, and Twitter, TikTok, I'm at K's banana bread.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. We've got your website up, which is very cool. So I see. So basically, you would go where each week people pre-order and then you have their orders ready.
Correct. Yep. On this website, they're also able to select their specific pickup time and location. So, people can have a variety of different places and times to pick it up. And members from our church in Columbia have been very helpful. Reaching out to my kids' schools, and the parents there have been also very helpful. And yeah, it's been fun trying to figure out flavors related to different holidays and seasons.
Yeah.
And it just makes me think of, how many different cookie flavors there are, how many different cupcake flavors there are. So I try to say, how would this taste in banana bread?
Yeah.
So fun.
Yeah, I remember the one thing I ventured with my banana bread, really, as far as I went, was adding almond extract instead of, vanilla or something like that, or adding orange extract. It just changes a little bit of the flavor. You try to find things that work really well with bananas. And I can't wait to see what you come up with. Right now, you can go hotplate.com/K's banana bread. And to be honest, I just went to Google. When you type K's banana bread, she's everywhere. So it's really great, easy to find her, which is awesome. And go on and place an order. How awesome would it be to have a wonderfully baked, homemade banana bread for Valentine's Day, maybe for your Galentine's friends. You can drop some off there, and all you have to do is click and order, and you can pick your day and your time to pick up. And you see that there's some locations like the Union Church in Columbia, as well as MSD and Good Shepherd. So makes it very simple for you to get the banana bread picked up, freshly baked. I mean, who wouldn't want that? My goodness. It's so exciting. I'm so happy for you that you are picking up momentum and doing something you enjoy so much.
Thank you so much.
All right.
I do want to quickly announce I have a pop-up event this Saturday during the Fire and Ice Festival. I'm partnering with the Roasted Nut Shop, Your Nuts.
Right. I saw that.
Yep.
Okay,
so
very
Saturday,
good. Yeah, we want to get that on. Sorry, Kate. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yep. Saturday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I'm excited for this event because during the fall season, we created it was a maple cinnamon glazed pecan banana bread. So they specialize in nuts with different flavors and seasonings and coverings. So I'm excited to work with them again. And they're such a great team to work with.
That is phenomenal. Okay, so during First Saturday, stop down. That is what block are they? 200? Are they the 200 block of Market?
It's 117 North Market Street. Yep.
The 100 block. Okay,
yes.
Yeah, great. So, and oh my God, that bread sounds phenomenal. My goodness. Yeah, it's going to
Thank you.
be really, really great. Well, we wish you all this success, not only this weekend, but beyond. Please come back anytime. We will happily be taste testers for any strange combinations you might be throwing together. And yeah, please keep us posted on how things are going for you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Dani. It was great being here.
Oh, it was great to see you, and I look forward to seeing you grow in the future and see what is to come for Kay's Banana Bread. This is Kennyeh, and you have some fans watching you right now as well. And we always love that too. So, and Mama Cone thinks this is the award-winning show, so I'm sure she can't wait to taste the bread either. Thank you so much for coming in today and bringing those fabulous pieces of banana bread. And we'll see you very, very soon.
All right. Thank you so much, Dani. Take care.
Of course. All right. We're going to take one more quick break. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to finish up with what is happening in Frederick for you right after this.
Sponsored by Maryland Lottery. Tons of ways to win. Hot scratch-offs like big money where a $5 ticket could net you $50,000 or the $2 Monopoly ticket with a top prize of $10,000. Go to mdlottery.com for all the details. Plus, you can download the app and scan your tickets to see if you're a winner. Must be 18 to play. Please play responsibly.
All right. All right. So I told you about those giveaways. So you can, of course, don't forget to text. Text seminar if you want to go to either the weight loss seminar or the stop smoking seminar. You get to choose. And text movie if you want to go see BOOMTOWN sometime in February. Thursdays and Sunday evenings. So tomorrow is the first one. All right. Tonight is the African Americans of Excellence program. Kicks off the online auction, which is available right now. Tomorrow, I'm going to put up the QR code. You have a week to bid on artwork or simply donate to support African Americans of Excellence in Frederick. But if you want to come tonight, 6 to 8 p.m., get your tickets at weinbergcenter.org. Talked about BOOMTOWN Thursdays and Sundays throughout the month of February. March 14th, you want to get your teams together for the Blessings in the Backpack Race to Feed event at Hood College. March 30th, we kick off the county-wide adult egg hunt. Want to thank Uncle Ralph's Bakery and A&S Construction for their sponsorship for that. So fun. And it's the very first day of spring break, so we might be hiding eggs in the ice and snow. You never know, but it's going to be a good time. And May 15th, 16th, want to make sure you mark your calendars for Relay for Life at FCC. Also today, 3 o'clock, Valentine's is revealed at True Standard Distilling, their immersive decor. I can't wait to see what they've done. Christmas was a huge hit. February 7th, we were talking about Fire and Ice, so be sure to get to downtown Frederick. Not only will Kennyeh and other vendors be on the streets and out and about, it is going to be a great weekend to see the boats if you haven't seen them yet, and of course all the ice sculptures that go out Saturday morning along the creek. Mount Airy Main Street's Chocolate Crawl is also on Saturday from 1 to 5 p.m. On February 12th, from 3 to 10, you can dine in at Texas Roadhouse, and 15% supports the VFW Post 3285. You do need to show the flyer, which you can find online as well if you look up the VFW, John R. Webb, VFW Post 3285. But 15% will go to them if you dine in at Texas Roadhouse on the 12th. On the 13th, the pre-Valentine's Day pop-up market at Brunswick American Legion is happening from 4 to 7 p.m. At 6 p.m., it is Galentine's Day at McClintock. And at midnight on the 13th is the last chance you can buy your raffle ticket for the 9 Lives of Love raffle for Frederick, Friends of our Frederick County Animal Shelter. Focus is the name of that organization. All right. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Appreciate the support, not only for Good Morning Frederick, but certainly for our local businesses like Red Dove Photography and Kay's Banana Bread. That's what this show is all about. supporting these small local businesses, giving them a leg up where I can and helping them when I can. So you can help too by sharing this stream to your feeds. That means more people will see it and hopefully support these businesses as well. That's all we ask of you, right? A little bit of your time and sharing on social media if you can. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have shows that go almost every day of the week. We have a different podcast streaming, and we have also, a lot of great stuff happening. So anyway, have an awesome afternoon. I hope to see you at the Africans Americans of Excellence tonight, and I will see you tomorrow.
Sponsored by Fusion Car Wash. Now with 2 locations in Frederick to serve you. One on Spectrum Drive near the FSK Mall, which is a full-service location. And TJ Drive with self-serve vacuums. Download the free Fusion Car Wash app and sign up for a monthly membership. And you can keep all your cars clean daily. FusionCarWash.com.